everybody will simply tell you, hey, I know how to, teach you how to invest in properties, and I think everybody's trying to make a buck. So for you to be able to say, hey, I am who I am, I'm Juan Pablo, I will show you, shake my hand, come see the sites, and actually interact, ask the questions then and there that you may have that you might not necessarily be able to get to directly, through email. So it was just nice to be able to say, I can relate to this guy. He's a younger guy. Right, you're there and you're accessible. Sometimes you feel like a lot of those guys, they're this.
Oh, they can't associate with you.
Yeah, man. And it's like, I don't like that.
It's like that quote unquote celebrityism. Oh, that good? Oh, this is cool. So this is a 11-unit apartment complex that Ron, I, and Rob purchased. So this is a syndicated deal that we did, all right? As you guys can see, water meters, all separated. Over there, electric, all separated. We got washers and dryers, doing laundry. And we actually hired a company called, I think it's M&M Laundry. And what they do is they lease us these machines, they maintenance them, collect the coins, and they send us a check. The good thing with that is they have a person on site washing. I'm going to show y'all a picture. I went to my 9-unit over there, went there, this part right here was busted open. And guess what? No boilers. Washing their clothes for free. Right? So I immediately told my sister, hey, you gotta get the contractor over there to take care of it. So occasionally we do run into that. Last time we collected their coins was September. It's now October, so maybe they got about $10 in cash. Now that's going to break the bank. So this is a picture of the wash machine, my other property. As you see, it's just a black hole, but they took the metal part out. Yeah. So that happens. When you're in C areas, you kind of factor that into your business model. Occasionally they might not pay all their rent, occasionally they might damage your property. We have reserves for that, right? For vacancy as well as for maintenance. And this is a good deal for us. So I was telling them in the car, when my real estate agent was like, hey, I got a property for y'all. Cool, man, where's that? Wilkinsburg. I was like, nah, man, I'm good. I don't want to do Wilkinsburg, bro, because I heard some things about it. He said, bro, but you can't judge every book by its cover. Not every neighborhood and every street is actually a bad area. I said, all right, well, send me the list. Let me just look at the numbers. Look at the numbers, the property look great. Financial. Then I said, all right, well, let me see some pictures. Pictures look great as well. So, all right, let me come out here at night, see if I feel safe, check out the tenants and so forth, and everybody seemed cool. Like I wasn't afraid to be around here and so forth. So I said, all right, let's get this thing under contract. And we did a syndicated deal, right? And this is what you call a straw borrower. So at the time, I told you guys before with the other unit I sold, I had losses on my tax returns. So being strategic to do a syndicated deal, you want to make sure you limit your ownership to 19% ownership. So you fly under the radar, so you don't have to provide financials to the mortgage company. You don't have to provide tax returns and so forth. Right. You have to provide any of that?
No doubt.
And what was your ownership?
19%.
Likewise. And then we had the other guy, Rob, worked in New York City, making big money, no losses on his tax returns, great credit, and he owns 62%. He owns 62%, 1990, that's 100%. And then after we closed, we went back to our operating agreement and then changed the ownership. And you can do that after close because now you got that mortgage lender out your hair. You close on the properties, and now it's between us and the partner.
Right.
So that's what we did with this deal. We syndicated this deal. All right. And you see, we also get paid off laundry, and we're thinking about putting up a vending machine.
Well,
Well, this year's question first.
So when you do the straw buyer, it's only his stocks that are the bank is going to be. He only needs to provide his documents.
Yes, let's call it a straw borrower.
Right.
So you bring someone on there strategically who looks good on paper. You had a question?
Yeah, so with that same scenario, so you would form a partnership first, right? And you're equal partners in that. But for the purposes of getting financing, that's when you should change up the
Well,
percentage.
there's a caveat. So Rob owns more not only because he had looked good on paper, he was also bringing the majority of the down payment. So I'm getting paid pretty much as a syndicator. So for this deal, I received what, 5,000 for my fee? Right? We're just putting the deal together plus ownership as well. And then we did another deal, which we're going to see next, a 6 unit. And then Rob was like, well, y'all don't mind, I'd rather put less in this deal.
Well, it was the inverse.
Oh yeah, we bought the 6 unit first. And then we bought this one. He said, hey, I'd rather put less money in this deal. And then me and Ryan can come over. But I still got 5,000. So that's why I say the wholesale, right? The wholesale property. Like I could have wholesaled this too. Yeah, and raw. So I said, no, instead of me getting my $5,000 as my fee, why not? I just use that as my sweat equity. Give me $5,000 worth of equity in this property. And that's how I'm supposed to do.
And we could have just paid the fee, because that's the thing. So it was also good because Rob wanted somebody to split the fee with. It was at $5,000, you bring another part, and then you split the fee, and also all of the costs associated with the due diligence. So it was, we thought it advantageous to invite Juan to also be an equity partner. That way we know, hey, if he has skin in the game, then we'll know he'll be incentivized to care for and increase the value.
Right, absolutely. And initially, the first conversation with Rob, he said, yo man, how about this one? How about you go ahead and find a property and I'll pay you $5,000. I said, well, how about I use that sweat equity? Now, him and Rob and I were having a conference call with an attorney, and me and Ryan were about to go play golf, right? Correct. We were going to the golf range. And as we're driving the golf range, he's in my passenger side, listening to the conversation. He's like, oh, how can I get a piece of this deal? I said, well, you know, in respect to Rob, let me talk it over with him first. See if he's interested. He said, by all means, let's do it.
That's for this one?
For the 6 unit.
But the whole time he was gaming me the whole time though. So all his calls to Rob is on loudspeaker, right? So his realtor call. Yeah, right. Oh, we can make how much money? Oh man. And I'm just like, you know. right.
So this is my question. I was trying to get at. So
we can move over here too.
All right.
I want to show you that this is the banking area. So let's watch it drive. Over here is storage. It's a little bit more quiet. Right. All right, we see a separate storage. So this is what it is.
Thank you.
Alright, so you see this is the storage area, of course, the tenants. But one thing you want to do if you're owning properties is you want to make everything cookie cutter. So what does that mean? After every unit that you turn over, same paint, same flooring, same fixture, doorknob, everything. Why? Because if you use that paint for one property, you might realize, oh, I got some left over. You store it here, and then you have a property somewhere else, you use that same paint, use that. So, and then of course, if you continue to use the same account, with people, they can get discounts over it as well. So we like to keep everything. We always buy materials that are cost effective and durable. So we're getting away from having carpet because what happens to carpet? Yeah, so we have something like, so start educating yourself, absolutely. So I always treated real estate investing, and some of you might be in the same boat. I thought of it like, oh yeah, it'd be something cool to do, but I didn't actually make moves to doing it. You know, I just entertained the idea, but never took action on it. So I said, you know what? I need to find someone who's doing it. That's pretty much a financial freedom principle, right? If you want to become someone, you have to associate yourself who is the person, I should say, who you want to become. If you want to have something, you need to associate yourself with people who have those things that you want to have. If you want to do something, you got to associate yourself with people who are doing those things you want to do. Like-minded individuals, right? A mentor. You become who you associate yourself with. Birds of a feather flock together, right? It's all about your network. Your network determines your net worth. All those things, right? So I say, all right, the first thing I need to do is find a coach, a mentor, in other words. So I went to a networking, no, actually I went to church. Met this dude at church, and we started talking about business, just randomly. I don't know how we got on it. He said something about Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Like, yeah, that's a good book, bro. I was like, yeah, that's my thing. I want to get into real estate. He said, oh, bro, that's tight, bro, because I want to get into business, but da-da-da. He said, yo, if you want to do real estate, you should check out this networking group in Harlem called Rich Dad NYC. So if you happen to go back to New York, check it out, richdadnyc.com. It's a free event. The event is held the third Saturdays every month. The facilitator's name is Juan. All right, so I said, you know what? I'll check it out. He said, but first you got to register online so you can find the event details and so forth. So I go online, I become a member, and I see there's 600 people registered for this group. I said, man, it's gonna be like a huge group. 600 people, members. And when I registered, it said, if you're new, you have to come to the new member orientation. So if the meeting started at 1 p.m., just show up at 12:30, 30 minutes earlier. So that way you can have orientation with the facilitator, Dwayne. So I said, all right, cool. So I arrived at 12:30. And to my surprise, it was just me and Dwayne. That was it. Just him and I. So he was like, yo, have a seat, bro. And he was like, why are you here? And I said, well, just some of you guys, I thought it'd be cool to own a property or two, you know, get started in real estate. See, I gave him the right answer, but I didn't give him full disclosure. I didn't tell, because I didn't know him. So I feel comfortable telling him the real reason why I'm here is because I want financial freedom. Because I want to say pieces to my day job. I want to turn in my 2 weeks notice. Because then when I share that with other people, like family members or friends, they're like, come on, man, you work for the government. You need to keep that good job. You tripping. Right? That's what your friends and family will tell you. Like you want to pursue a pipe dream. So with him, again, I didn't know him, so I didn't give him full disclosure. I said, oh, I think it'd be cool to do a property or two, own some properties. He said, all right, cool. He's like, well, let me tell you about myself. My name is Dwayne. I got about a bazillion properties. He's like, I got a 100-unit apartment building. I have about 30 single family and duplexes. On my own record label. He has so many different businesses, so many different properties, right? And then he looks at me, right? And he does this. Again, didn't know this guy. First time meeting him, right? I didn't know what to expect in new members orientation, right? I thought it was gonna be like a classroom over, so it was just me and him. He said, I'm like, bro, you don't know me like that, no. Me invade my personal space like that, homie. But when he did that, it floored me. I never met someone who had the same aspirations as I did. Who actually said, you know what? I believe in you. My goal for you is to do the same thing. And when he said that, I was shocked. I was floored by that. So now I want you guys to do the same thing. So good thing we got pairs, 2, 2, 2. I want you guys to pair up. Like, get closer. All right? Yeah, like, you might pair it with Trey. Yeah. All right, so this is the thing. This is what I want you to do. You gotta look your partner in the eyes, all right? Direct eye contact. And you gotta say it with some feeling. You gotta say, it's gotta be on cadence, right? You gotta get rhythm, right? And some people, they be like, they be going at it. One dude was like, my goal for you is to quit. I was like, bro, I ain't saying for you to quit. But here it is. It's this 3. You also gotta poke them too. I'll say, hey, right below the collarbone, right there. Not too forceful, all right? Great job, guys. That's good. That's good. So let me ask you, Calvin, how'd you feel about that?
Felt good.
Felt good?
Yeah. Felt great.
Felt great?
Amazing.
Amazing.
Good. Great.
And use the special coupon code EARLYBIRD. No spaces, one word, EARLYBIRD, to get $50 off. We hope to see you there.